Hey everybody, welcome to Shadow and Lightwork, a channel all about tarot, energy work, astrology, and spiritual well-being. I'm Michelle, and this is your tarot message for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, February 27th and 28th, and it is a full moon in Virgo kind of weekend. So you guessed it, time for another pick a card. So we have 3 stacks of cards, and I have not looked at any of the cards yet. We have one stack, which we'll call Moonstone. This is a Moonstone. We have another stack with a Snowflake Obsidian, and another stack with an Amethyst. So just take a moment and look at the 3 stacks of cards, the Moonstone, Snowflake Obsidian, Amethyst, and just select one that resonates with you. I'll give you a moment and then I'll meet you for the reading. Okay, welcome back. So if you chose the Moonstone, then this is your reading. This reading is for you. We have as the theme the 5 of Cups. In the second position, the focus is the Queen of Cups, and then the overall energy is strength. And the wisdom of the Oracle card is number 50 out of 52 cards. And it is named No Place Like Home. So there's a closer look at that card. And it's just lovely. Okay. So starting at the beginning with the theme of the reading, this is the 5 of Cups, which deals with emotion. And you can see that the gummy bear is standing next to the river of emotion, safely on shore, but is in a sad state a bit. The gummy bear is focused on the 3 cups that are turned over, tipped over. So it's a feeling of regret, loss, focusing on something that you might have had and lost or can't seem to achieve. There's a dual message in this card in that there are 2 of Cups, not still, but there are 2 of Cups standing behind the gummy bear. So there is opportunity there. It's just that the gummy bear hasn't recognized it yet. So all he has to do is turn around and see that there are 2 cups still standing, and it's an opportunity, an emotional opportunity, an emotional gift that's there waiting for him. He just needs to recognize it. So it's kind of a good news, bad news kind of card, but the message in it is that you have the power to determine whether you're going to focus on the bad news or the good news. Then we have the Queen of Cups, which is the focus of the reading, the energy that's associated with it. And you can see the Queen is here. She has her chalice, and her toes are just dipping into the river that's flowing past her. Again, the river, the water represents emotion, intuition, compassion. It's all about the divine feminine energy. And typically with the Queen of Cups card, she is in a reflective state of mind. So she's usually looking into the cup before her. So she's delving into her own emotional depths. And as well, the Queen of Cups provides compassion and empathy, intuition, and she shares that with those around her. The Queen of Cups is fantastic at building a home, creating a space that's comfortable and inviting and compassionate. Okay, and then we have a major arcana card, which is strength. And that's what it's about. It's not about defeating the lion. So the gummy bear is here working with the lion, and it's a comfortable relationship. The gummy bear has learned how to tame the lion and work with the lion in a peaceful, assertive, calm way. And with that strength comes infinite possibilities. So you see the infinity sign above the gummy bear's head. Once the gummy bear learns how to conquer what could have been intimidation, fear, a challenge represented by the lion, then the strength becomes part of the gummy bear. It's something gained, something earned. It's a strength that's lasting. So this card is about challenging yourself and facing your fears and dipping down into those emotional waters and facing whatever challenges might be there. And I'll come back to this for a summary, but let's take a read with Colette Baron-Reid in her interpretation of what this card means. It represents authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. So home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call your own. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity and strength, those aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. So that is a lovely message, and it is about maybe reflecting on situations that might not have turned out as you had planned, those good news, bad news scenarios, taking a deeper look inside, processing the emotion around it, using your intuition to delve in, find your strength, learning from the situation, and claiming your integrity, your strength, and your spirit. Okay, so I'm going to close the reading there, and I do hope you have a lovely full moon in Virgo, and remember to try to take some time to create a let go list. So letting go of whatever's standing in your way, letting go of fear, letting go of worry, letting go of anxiety, any regrets, letting it go. All right, namaste. Okay, welcome back. So if you chose the Snowflake Obsidian, then this reading is for you. And so we have 3 Gummy Bear Tarot cards and a card selected from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. And I can, just on a first glance at these cards, it is a message of prosperity. It's a message of abundance, both emotional and material. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the 9 of Pentacles, it represents the independent, happy person. So this is a person that's created abundant resources for herself and those that are important in her life. But it is about creating a life that is secure and comfortable and has the resources that you need when you need them. So you can see with the 9 of Pentacles, this is about an abundance of assets. It can be wealth, material wealth. It can be a home. It can be, it's tangible property though. It's tangible aspects. And this is all about the person, the gummy bear in the card, the individual. With the 10 of Pentacles, you would see that individual is sharing it with family and friends and celebrating that material abundance. But in the 9 of Pentacles, it's about creating a life for yourself, a security for yourself. The 7 of Pentacles, which is the focus card, the energy, is the little gummy bear looking at and inventorying the harvest. So again, we're talking about material resources, something that you planted a while ago. It can be a career, it can be an investment, it can be a way of life. It can be self-worth, the idea of investing in yourself and your appreciation for the value of self. But this is the card, the 7 is the card of taking inventory. So it's taking a moment to assess where you've been, where you'd like to go, how you'd like to continue to manage your resources. Is it time to harvest? Is it time to wait a little while? Is it time to set up a farmer's market stand and share some of your resources with others? Whatever that is, whatever form that takes, it's about assessing the opportunities and assessing your inventory. Then we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is about mastering that balance between intellect and emotion. The King represents someone that's confident, powerful, open, is emotionally mature, has an inner strength and integrity about him. Compared to the other kings, the King of Swords would be focused on judgment, balance, fairness, equity, wisdom, and intellect. But the King of Cups makes decisions based on a place from his heart and from his mind. There's a balance there of those two energies. He has the wand, or the staff, and a cup. So intellect and intuition balanced in his decision-making process. And then we have Wisdom of the Oracle, number 39, New Life. And wow, isn't that a gorgeous, gorgeous card? Okay, so I'm going to read the section from Colette Baron Reed's guide to this Oracle deck. So the essential meanings for new life are birth of new ideas, growth opportunities, a breath of fresh air, and life renewing itself. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. And I think it's beautiful that this card reinforces that idea of having the material resources that you need to find a place of emotional mastery, intuitive mastery, a place of integrity and balance and leadership. That's a true gift. And let's see. And since this has to do with resources, I'm going to read a bit about the prosperity message that's also associated with new life. It says, you have every reason to be optimistic right now as things seem to fall in place magically. New opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you. That's definitely expressed by the Nine of Pentacles. The light and the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and your dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if a new life suddenly infuses your projects, your work, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling on you. And I'm going to close it right there because that is a beautiful message, and I wish you a magical, prosperous, abundant weekend with the full moon in Virgo. All right. Have a great weekend. Namaste. All right, welcome back. So if you chose the amethyst, then this reading is for you. This message is for you. So again, focusing on the full moon and the energy of the next 2 weeks, we have a couple of major arcana cards here. So this is big energy. This is might be related to a longer term aspect of your life. So let's go ahead and dive in. So we've got the Emperor, which is number 4 in the major arcana. And the Emperor represents enlightened leadership. It is the divine masculine energy, so it's about fatherhood, authority, established limits and boundaries. It's about expression of power. It's the yang energy, personal power, and authority. So this can be, this in this case would represent your own authority, your own power, your own wisdom. And it's not about trying to control others. It's about mastery of self, your boundaries, your limitations, your energy, establishing your authority. Okay, moving on to the next card, the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is the number 2 card in the Major Arcana, and she represents the independent path to high self and spirit. So the High Priestess is our own intuitive connection to our highest self. And she has the crescent moon here, representing insight and inspiration and working with the subtle and often hidden energies of the moon, which is, again, inspiration. She's got a full moon as part of her crown. And the High Priestess is about inner reflection, self-reliance, self-trust, trusting your intuition, that bridge to the subconscious. So this can also represent dream time, psychic energy, intuition, insight, interpreting dreams. So it's about that moon energy and the soft wisdom. You know, the Emperor, you have the expression and the power reflected outwardly. With the High Priestess, that's all reflected inward. So it's a subtle, intuitive, psychic type of energy. Dealing with dreams. Boy, Andora's been growling a lot right now. Okay, we'll keep moving on. So we have the 4 wands in the overall energy, which is delightful. This card, it's wands, it's about energy, enthusiasm, will, and passion. The 4 wands represents a gateway, as with the High Priestess. She's standing or sitting between the pillars, between 2 pillars to a temple of knowledge. Here, the 4 wands represents a celebration of achievement, reaching a milestone in the cycle of progress. So you've reached a point where there's success. It's time to reflect, take a little bit of time to celebrate. It's passing through that threshold, across the finish line. Not the complete finish line, because we'd see the Wheel of Fortune or the Universe card, but this is definitely reaching a milestone. And then from the Colette Baron Reid Wisdom of the Oracle card deck, we have number 34, which is a leg up, and it's an adorable card there. You can see the little polar bear cub climbing on Mama's back to get a better view, to get a leg up. And that's what the message of this card is. So it's about receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence. The message of the card is you've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with, who can give you a leg up during the next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, and I think that's probably the message of the Emperor, is that it's good to have firm boundaries, along with the humility of being able to accept help and support when you need it, but maintaining your independence through the process. So I'll read that last sentence again. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. And since we're dealing with major arcana cards here, I think that and the wands, I think the protection message for this particular deck is the one that applies. So I think I mentioned this before. With the wisdom of the oracle, there are different messages attached to the same card depending on the energy that surrounds this card. So if we had all cups, which is emotional energy, or if we had a 2 of cups, or if we had the Lovers card from the major arcana, then it would probably be a relationship message. If we had the discs here, the pentacles, surrounding this card, then it would likely be a prosperity message. So I'm going to read the one that has to do with spirit and wands, which is the protection message. And the question is, are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come, convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded, as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit that you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist. You can't do life, in quotes, do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed at how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. And that is a beautiful message. And there is an aspect of celebration. Again, not doing life alone, but celebrating with others. An achievement, a milestone, a leg up. Okay. Another beautiful message. I wish you a happy weekend and a prosperous next couple of weeks. Namaste.